These aren't always the big, obvious deal breakers. No, these are small, seemingly insignificant things that whisper instead of shout. But trust me, they matter. Number one, disrespecting boundaries. At first, they might act like they're interested in what you have to say. They'll listen, they'll smile, they'll nod. But have you noticed the times they cut you off mid sentence? Or when they push you into situations that make you uncomfortable and then just say, oh, I was just joking. This is not just a random personality trait, it's a disregard for your boundaries. In the early stages of infatuation, you're too, carried away with your attention to care about the subtle ways they dismiss your feelings. But over time, this can breed resentment. And trust me, it builds up. Boundaries are essential in any relationship. And if they are being trampled on now, you need to ask yourself, will this change? Number two, jealousy dressed as caring. Have you ever had someone care too much about where you are or who you are with? A partner who constantly wants to know your whereabouts, who tries to limit your time with friends, or who gets upset when you give attention to others. This can feel flattering at first, like they're just so into you. But jealousy is not love. It's insecurity dressed up as protection. They might say, I just don't want you getting hurt, or I only care because I love you. But beware, these words often hide control, not care. If they are jealous now, what will they be like in 6 months or a year down the line? Will they trust you then? And do you trust them now? Number three, a lack of accountability. We all make mistakes, right? We all say things we regret and sometimes act out of character. But how does your partner handle their mistakes? Do they own up to them or do they shift the blame, make excuses, or gaslight you into thinking you're overreacting? When you are infatuated, it's easy to overlook this. You might tell yourself, oh, they were just having a rough time, but ignoring this behavior early on can lead to bigger problems in the future. And it's not just about a mistake, it's about how someone reacts to their mistake and whether they take responsibility for their actions. But here is the kicker: ignoring red flags doesn't just mean you're missing out on potential happiness, it can be actively dangerous. It's like ignoring a crack in the foundation of a house because you're distracted by the pretty wallpaper. Eventually, the crack is going to get bigger and bigger, and one day the whole house could come crashing down.